let's talk about metaphors. Hi, I'm Matt. I'm an executive coach and I've been in people development for over 20 years. Now, using metaphors in coaching conversations is a simple but effective way to help people understand what they're experiencing in a clearer and more meaningful way. A metaphor takes something abstract, like pressure, uncertainty, or a difficult relationship, and it turns it into something concrete that the coachee can picture and work with. When someone says it feels like I'm spinning plates or I'm walking through fog, they're not just describing a situation, they're revealing how it feels, what it demands of them, and where the strain sits. Metaphors work because they bypass some of the overthinking that often gets in the way of insight. Leaders in particular spend a lot of time analysing, rationalising, and problem solving. A metaphor shifts the conversation into a different mode, one that's more reflective and intuitive. It gives the coachee a way to express something that they might struggle to articulate directly, and it often brings a level of honesty that more formal language can't reach. In coaching, metaphors also create a shared reference point. Once a metaphor is named, both coach and coachee can return to it throughout the conversation. Even someone describes their workload as a constant uphill climb, the coach can explore what the hill represents, what makes it steep, and what makes the climb easier. This shared language helps keep the conversation focused and makes complex issues easier to navigate. Metaphors are also useful for reframing. When a coachee presents a metaphor, it opens up new angles to explore. If they describe a situation as being stuck in the maze, the coach can gently ask what the maze looks like, where the exits may be, or what tools they already have to navigate it. These questions aren't about being clever, they simply help the coachee see their situation from a different perspective, which often leads to new options or insights. Using metaphors doesn't require any special technique. It starts with listening for the images people naturally use. Most coaches will offer metaphors without realizing it. When they do, the coach can pause and explore the image with curiosity. What does that look like for you? Or what part of the metaphor feels most accurate? This keeps the conversation grounded in the coachee's experience rather than the coach's interpretation. It's also helpful for coaches to offer metaphor occasionally, but only when it feels relevant and not imposed. A simple, tentative approach works well. Sounds like you're carrying a bit of a heavy rucksack. Does that fit, or where is a better way to describe it? This gives the coachee full control over whether the metaphor is useful. The aim is never to force an image, but to offer something that might help them make sense of what they're feeling. Metaphors support effective coaching because they make the invisible visible. They help people slow down, reflect, and understand their situation in a way that feels more manageable. They bring clarity to complexity and often reveal the emotional layer beneath the practical challenge. And because metaphors are memorable, they stay with the coachee long after the session ends, acting as a simple anchor for continued reflection. So next time you're coaching, listen for the metaphors and naturally appear in the conversation. Notice the images, the comparisons, the symbols people use to describe their experience. Exploring these gently and thoughtfully can deepen understanding, open up new perspectives, and make the coaching conversation more meaningful and effective.